Welcome back to Kamen Review, episode number 62. This will discuss episodes 42 to 45 of Kamen Kuuga. Yeah, we're just about wrapping this up. Yes. Excuse me. Oh, by the way, very next episode, when I continue this review series, we'll be discussing the last 4 episodes of Kuuga. 42 is simply put, basically, like, where we have technically the second to last monster from the Go group, where he's like attacking various places, including Underground Mall. Police corner him. Yusuke shows up, puts on his basically pins him with motorcycle, goes to go to mode, and basically beats him in less than 5 minutes. It is by far one of the quickest times I've ever seen him be a monster. Usually a lot of the time prior to this one, where he's like beating these monsters and just basically usually takes a couple episodes, like he loses one battle, begins a rematch, and basically beats him the very next match. That's certainly how it has been, and apparently, very same episode. By the way, the guy who gets killed in this episode, his name is Babel. He turns to Buffalo. Yeah, and his whole thing, he turned like little pendants hanging from his shirt, whatever he's wearing, and makes the hammer, which does injure Kuuga in his purple form. But he's able to go back to the red form and basically just beat him that way. Yeah, it was by far one of the easiest battles I've ever seen do the series. Yep. And then they apparently like, okay, so he's beaten, so let's unleash the very next one in the very next episode, but not have him go fight just yet. That's what he basically wants. This is Gordon, the guy who looks like he dressed in a European military form. Yeah, he doesn't do a lot of anything, and not until like the very next. It takes him like a couple episodes to finally do something. Meanwhile, though. We have our Yusuke finally meets the chief of police for the first time in the series. And they kind of go over in detail exactly, like, go over basically, like, how basically has something more support. Have Yusuke, Inojin, his friends Sakura, Jin, Ikawa. Basically everybody who've been Yusuke's closest allies. And then, of course, also the task force. They kind of get together and basically discuss, well, what to do next. This happened just prior to doing the buffalo creature. Where they go through like a lot of the stuff that's happened over the course of the last few episodes. This is perfectly fine. I think that basically do a good job with this one. No Easter eggs in these episodes, but damn, it just feels like basically we're getting a lot of info. Basically catching so many people up, basically who... Now here's the thing. It's kind of basic. You could say this would be equivalent to, let's say, do a clip show, but no stock footage. But it just send people sitting down discussing the situation. Perfectly fine. And I thought it was really cool. And him, of course, detailed the police, the fact that some people were kind of getting close. Of course, they're discussing the main bag of the series, Davia, who does briefly appear. You can't exactly get a good glimpse of him because the camera blurs every time I focus on him. Maybe because he's so powerful. He's a human form. So eventually, Yusuke does fight the last of the Go group, which is basically Golden. Does fight him for a while. And he basically is being so hard he can get him in the hospital. Meanwhile, though, one member of the Law group, who've been there since like episode 5. Yes. No, seriously, he had been there. It's like actually episode 23. Been there that long. Yeah. At this point, for 20 episodes, he's been there. 24 episodes he's been there. Almost as long as one they call B number 1. ULB 1. Yeah. So, his little counter thing is shot by Inojin. I'm like, that's an interesting turn of events. And eventually, like, it's really the Barva that because of this thing being shot, he has to start all over again. And Barva's like, no, you're wasting my time, so I'm going to fight you. And that's how their thing ends. And Yusuke's in the hospital. Of course, he wants to get stronger by basically being shot by Takashi with basically the defibrillator. Because he wants to become stronger. Because they have their back, get a big bag on the face. Yeah. And we're getting very close to wrap up the series. And if you think about it, aside from the main bad guy, you only have like three other monsters left for the whole series. You have like four bad guys left because all everyone else is gone. By the way, in episode 42, the back creature Gorma, in his human form, he makes a brief cameo appearance as a corpse. Yep. I'm like, that's interesting. I never expected him to show up there. But yeah, the last of the original, like, first set of bad guys, the X group. Yeah, and this guy was still popping up even after he was freaking killed. Yeah, after he got killed in episode 39, he's still making a cameo appearance in episode 42. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, getting very close to wrapping the series, which I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, that's it. Particular review. Next up, I just finished watching Walking to School Immercon. I'll look for chapters 4 and do my next review for it. Okay? Next video. Bye.